Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be playing a brand new character. Well, not really brand new. She came out like 7 updates ago, but she recently got another appearance on a banner, and today I want to try her out. Today we're playing, here I go, I'm going to try to say this name correctly, Xueyi. I shouldn't have said it. Oh, there goes every single viewer I had. Okay, we're not going to say that character's name for the rest of the video. Anyways, without further ado, let's go and try to build the best girl we can. Oh, and also make sure to subscribe. Only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed to the channel, and it really helps me out when you do. Anyways, let's go build Oni Girl. Okay, so before we do anything, something we should probably do is her test trial, because I want to explain a bit about her character, because she is a little complex, but she does fit into the break effect meta with everything going on with that right now. Here we go, Xueyi. Ultimate ignores the target's weakness type and reduces the target's toughness. Now that's not the only thing that's great about her. There's even more. First up, her technique. When you use it, hit an enemy, you're gonna deal minor quantum damage. As you see there, we do a little quantum damage. It's very nice. Anyways, first thing you're gonna do, single target. Doesn't do very much. It's a single target. What a shock. Thank you for telling us that, Kekvin. Next thing you're gonna notice, her blast attack. It's a blast attack. Doesn't do very much. Okay, now that we established she doesn't do anything, end of trial, end of video. Thank you all for watching. See y'all later. Jokes aside, we still got 2 more things to talk about with her. She is actually a really good character. She has a really good ultimate and a really good talent that all revolve around breaking the enemy's toughness bar. Now, her ultimate is really unique. You're going to notice that with a character like this little witch in the middle here, we can break the toughness bar even though she isn't weak to quantum. However, this is going to deal quantum damage, and when you do break the bar, the quantum weakness break effect will trigger. This burst scaling is all based on how much of the toughness bar you're able to break. So the more toughness you break with this ability, the more damage you're going to do. We can see that here. When we break the toughness bar, we're going to do cool ultimate animation, break as much toughness as we can, and also put the enemy into the entanglement effect, which is huge. Entanglement's really good for mono quantum teams and really any team that involves quantum characters. Now, so far, probably to you guys, Xueyi has seemed like a pretty simple character. Can break toughness bars without the enemy's weakness, but so far she really hasn't done much. Well, that's where her talent comes into play. This is where most of her kit really starts to form, with her follow-up attacks. You're going to notice that she has a little symbol under her face there in the bottom left-hand corner that says 3 out of 8 and has like a little ticking thing. Now, how do we get points onto this bar? Well, it's really simple. All you got to do is reduce the enemy's weakness bar. We see here, we're going to reduce this enemy's weakness bar and gain a single point onto our little effect there. Unfortunately, when the enemy is already weakness broken, we can't really get points there, so we just gotta kind of have to wait until the enemy's back up. But once the enemy is back up, we can actually use any single one of our allies to attack the enemy, and they will give Xueyi a point onto her talent. You see there, we can break multiple enemies and get 2 points. So you can also do it with blast attacks and gain even more points. And then you'll see there that we're at 7 out of 8. If we go to 8 out of 8, she is going to immediately launch a follow-up attack that deals quantum damage. And yeah, that is about the extent of Xueyi's kit. It's a very simplistic one, but it's one that I really enjoy, and that gets a lot better the more eidolons you have for her, which we'll get a little more into later. But yeah, let me know what you think of Xueyi's kit in the comments below. But for right now, let's get back into building her for our account. Now, obviously, the first thing that we got to do when building any character is we got to start by leveling them up. I just leveled up Firefly yesterday, so this is gonna be a little bleak, but we're gonna try our best. I have been preparing for a while, so hopefully we can get straight to level 80. We can get 60, 70, and we need a little bit more. 2 more runs, say less. Scale Gorge Waterscape, here I come. All right, Big Monkey Man, here we go. Let's not use Xueyi yet. Instead, let's use Firefly, since we got her yesterday and I haven't really got a chance to fully try her out yet.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Boom! I love that move. I don't want to talk too much on Firefly today, though. I feel like today's video should mostly be about Xueyi. So we're just going to skip by this quickly, and we're going to roll the compilation. All right, there we go. We should have enough now to ascend her one more time, and I don't know if we have enough for level 80. It doesn't seem like we do. We only have 67 bucks. I think we're going to keep her at level 70 right now. However, we are going to get 2 Star Rail passes because I already got the first one. And we're, of course, going to use those to get our free 5-star, which you do get every time you upgrade a Xueyi. You immediately get a free 5-star. This is classic. Happens every time. No, it doesn't. But on the second time, it's guaranteed. Like this. Okay. We'll get them next time. All right, next up, let's talk about her light cone. So we're going to need a good light cone for her, obviously. I have a lot of good options on my account. We have On the Fall of an Ion, which is particularly really good for her. If you're able to get like an 100% uptime on this at S5, you can get upwards of a 64% damage increase, which is broken beyond all hell. On top of that, the damage increases. Again, if you keep a good uptime on this, this can be a really, really solid light cone. However, there are other good options. The moles welcome you, can be really good. When you use your basic attack, skill, or ultimate, you're going to gain 12% attack. At max level, you get up to 24. This is a really solid light cone. The Misha one gives you break effect. It's especially good for Xueyi because of one of her talents, Clairvoyant Loom, which actually gives you damage increase based on the amount of break effect you have. So break effect is a really good stat for her that you're going to want to build on your own Xueyi. However, she is very versatile because you can also build her with crit stats, and that's something you're going to want to do also. She needs a lot of stats, and that's why so many of these light cones are actually decent options for her. Something irreplaceable honestly isn't terrible for her. It's not the best, but it definitely works for her. Nowhere to Run is another just decent option. It's not as good as some of the light cones we've talked about previously, but again, it's a decent option if you do want to run it. Although I can't see a reason for you to do it, because if you have On the Fall of an Ion, you should really just be using that. And that's why that's the light cone we're going to be using on our Xueyi today. We're going to be taking it from Jingliu. Sorry, Jingliu. I prefer this on the best girl in the entire game if you're taking a lot of drugs. But anyways, let's upgrade our talents. And there we go. We have her at 8, 9, 6. For my Xueyi in particular, I do have Eidolon 4. Unfortunately, I do not have the 6th one, which is huge. This is a ginormous damage increase if you can get it. So I recommend that if you do want Firefly, not just Xueyi, that you do roll on this banner, because if you like them both, then it works out in your favor because this E6 is crazy. So if you theoretically do a roll like I'm going to do, get a Xueyi, easy peasy, just like that. You skip this. Not that time, but then on your second one, you get her. Dang. Okay, not for us, unfortunately, but one of these days. However, even just Eidolon 1 and 2 are good enough. Eidolon 1 gives you more follow-up attack damage, which is huge. Eidolon 2 lets the follow-up attack that Xueyi does reduce the enemy toughness bar, regardless of the weakness type, the same as what her ultimate does, which is really, really good. So at the very least, I think you should have an Eidolon 2. However, it's not necessary, but it is really, really good. Anyways, that's it for her traces. That's it for her Eidolons. Let's move on to the final part of our Xueyi build. The most important part, our relics. Now, she has a couple options for relic sets. If there is enemy with a quantum weakness present, then this set right here is really good. Or if you have Silver Wolf in the party, then this set is even better, but it really is only applicable when there is a quantum weak enemy on the other side of the field. Some other good options include Thief of Shooting Meteor, more break effect, more energy. You can go and mix a 2-piece, like a 2-piece Genius and a 2-piece Thief. You could even throw a 2-piece Speed in there if you really wanted, or a 2-piece Musketeer. Anything with attack percent, break effect, quantum, all good options. You also have Ashing Blaze of Grand Duke, which isn't as good as Genius of Brilliant Stars generally. However, it does give you more follow-up attack damage, which is applicable to Xueyi, and more attack percent, so that's really nice as well. Those are all the sets I'd recommend from the Cavern Relics. For Planner Ornaments, I would really recommend you go Talia, Kingdom of Banditry, just because of all the break effect it has. However, they did just release a new set, which I'm debating if this is good for her. It's kind of good if the enemy has a fire weakness, but it's really situational, and I don't think it's universally good enough for her. Obviously, it's made for Firefly, but this is an option if the enemy has a fire weakness. However, if they don't, then it's not really good for her at all. Other than that, there are a couple more good options. You have Space Ceiling Station with more attack percent. You have Inert Solocido, which gives you more crit rate and crit damage with your follow-up and ultimate attacks. You have Fairmont want Frontline Glamith with more attack percent and more damage increase. And then you also have Relics Arena, which gives you more crit rate, basic attack, and skill damage. Lots of good options for her that really appreciates like all the stats in the game. Generally, you want crit rate damage on her. You want break effect, speed, attack percent. She needs every stat in the game. And that's why we're going to be working on getting every stat for her today. We're going to need them all with our relics. Let's get into it. I don't have the best in slot relic sets for her because I do not grind Genius of Brilliant Stars like at all. In fact, I have like no pieces other than on my Xueyi and on my Silver Wolf. So we're going to have to find some other options. One of which could be Thief of Shooting Meteor because I have been grinding a lot of this set recently for Trailblazer, Ron May, the whole shebang. We actually have some really good pieces in this set for her, which have things like crit rate and damage on them, which could be really good for her. Generally, we're going to want 60% crit rate to 120% crit damage. And then we're also going to want around 2000 to 2400 attack. And then we're going to want a base speed of around 134 or higher. So we get double turns, preferably above 100, and then preferably above 100% break effect is all the stat goals we're going to be aiming for today. This is going to be the set I'm running. I'm opting for two pieces. It just happened to be the pieces I had. And then we're also going to be going with the Relics Arena set, which is not the best option, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. It'll do. Let's upgrade all the pieces we have. First thing, gloves, attack percent, break effect, speed. Let's get all speed and break effect and 2 crit rate. Not the worst thing in the world, actually. It could have gone better, could have gone worse. Body, we're opting for crit rate. You do have the option of attack percent here, but it really just depends on what your substats are. I think I need more crit rate, so that's what we're going to go for. Straight crit rate, attack percent, and we missed everything. Okay. Luckily, I had another one as backup just in case this happened. Please, God. Ooh, that's a good piece right there. That's a really good piece. One more. Come on, 9 speed. Let's go. That's a nuts piece, actually. Let's go. Next one up, speed boots. Obviously, you need speed on every character. Let's just get attack percent and crit damage and all the good. Okay. Oh, that's the worst piece of all time. That one, I did not have a replacement for, so we're going to have to live with it. Next up, quantum damage orb. Again, you can opt for attack percent here. I'm choosing quantum damage because I don't have enough of it, but attack percent is perfectly fine here. Let's roll it as a substat, though. Here we go. We missed it, but we got crit rate. Good enough. One last piece, our break effect rope. You want break effect every time on the rope? There's not even a better option. Let's get straight crit damage, straight attack percent, and wrap it up. Could have been better. Okay. Well, there is our full Xueyi set. We finished it all. Let's take a look to see if we hit all our stat goals. First up, 1600 attack. Not the greatest. However, when we use the On the Fall of an Ion effect, this should get a lot better in battle. We have 139 speed, 76% crit rate is really nice, and it's going to allow us to activate our Relics Arena set. However, our crit damage needed to be a lot better. Unfortunately, we didn't get the subs. A lot of these pieces didn't roll as I wanted them to. That is what it is. We're going to have 129 break effect. Not the greatest, not the worst, but it's good enough. And with that, our build is officially finished. Let's take our Xueyi for a little bit of a test run. And of course, the parlor car. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent. She is a lot better against enemies that have a quantum weakness. So I'm going to try to find one here that has a quantum weakness because against non-quantum afflicted enemies, she's not as good even though she breaks any toughness regardless. However, one way to fix that is if you just add Silver Wolf to the team because Silver Wolf is amazing and she is a great support with Xueyi in particular. However, we won't be using her today. Instead, we're going to be using Ron May, who is debatably her best support besides probably Harmony Trailblazer, who I would use if I had him built, but I don't. So we're going to have to find other options. Like, for example, Sparkle, who I want to use today because I didn't get a lot of crit damage on my Xueyi, and Sparkle will help with that just a little bit. And then for our sustainer, again, Gallagher would probably be your best option here. However, I don't have him fully built, so we're going to opt to go for Fu Xuan. And that's going to be our team to showcase Xueyi. Let's get her going here. This will be my first time ever like properly playing the character on my own account. I'm kind of excited for this. Let's see what she can do. Prove yourself effective here today. Let's go. Oh my goodness, she broke everything immediately. That's a really good effect. Here we go. Sparkle, gonna bring her up in the turn order. And blast. Woo, 20k damage, not too bad. Let's bring her up again. And we should be able to get our ultimate up this time when we used our blast attack. And we're going to break the trotter. And we're going to do 56k damage. Now it's ultimate time. Let's break the enemy. Unfortunately, we're going to do a little less damage because the way the ultimate works, as we established earlier, is it's going to do more damage the more of the toughness bar you have left. So this won't do as much as it could do, but let's see. Break effect boost, 85k. Not bad. And we killed her. Whew, with the follow-up attack. Okay. I'll be honest, if there's anything I love about this character, it is her animations. She has dope animations. Also, anytime we attack a character, she gains a point. Huge. Ron May, give us a follow-up. Yep. Now they're all quantum afflicted. That's what we're looking for. Not gonna lie, with Sparkle, we actually have really good crit ratio. We have 86 to 236. Man, Sparkle's a good character. My goodness. Blast him again. Boom. And then we can use our blast attack on the Trotter. Now this should just evaporate the Trotter, surely. Oh yeah, goodbye. Max damage, he's gone. And because of Ron May, they're gonna stay broken, which is amazing. If we had Harmony Trailblazer here, oh, our damage could be insane. Unfortunately, we don't. However, that being said, Xueyi is still gonna get the job done for us. What a fun character. She may not be the best character in the game, but you know what? I play this game for fun, and I'm a casual player. So you may not be able to be everything in the game with Xueyi. It may be a little tougher, but hey, at least you'll have fun doing it. That's Xueyi for you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below or consider subscribing. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see you all in the next one. Peace.